After the amazing Revolution pay-per-view, including the brutal dog collar match between CM Punk and MJF, they had the Revolution post-fight, post-show press conference scrum, and CM Punk took the panel, and he ended up getting emotional when he was asked what his thoughts were on Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor. Check out what Punk had to say.
What was your reaction when you found out Tony was buying ROH? Because that had to be a pretty special moment.
It was pretty important, you know. I loved ROH so much, you know, and I can't explain how happy I am that with my footage. It's in good hands, you know. It's just good to know that it's in the hands of somebody who treat it well. I literally feel like my baby is in somebody's hands that I know will raise the child the right way and do good things with it. And you know, it won't get made into just some tab on a shitty, confusing app that's hard to navigate. And the boys don't get paid anything off it, you know what I mean? So it's just, like I said, I was relieved, you know, because obviously let's talk facts. It was either Tony was gonna buy it or Vince was gonna buy it. And I don't want Vince to own any of my footage. He owns enough of it. You know, he owns enough of it that I don't get paid off of. People need to understand that when I left, I was asking questions about the network, which had not been launched yet. I was saying, how am I gonna get paid off this? We don't even understand what the pay scale is. I don't know if I get paid off a gate for a pay-per-view, off a buy rate for a pay-per-view. You guys already just throw darts at an imaginary board and you pay me whatever you want. I still get royalties. That's the only hard copy thing I see is DVD sales. So once all the DVDs go away and you're just putting stuff up on the network, I'm not getting paid. Or am I? Tell me, let's talk about it. Oh, my guy, you're good. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. They couldn't tell me. And now I've watched my royalty checks, which I still get, dwindle to nothing because they just put everything on the network. And the boys don't get paid. That's not just me, that's everybody. That's criminal.
Yeah, he got a little teared up there. He's very emotional about it. It's very clear because Punk, in every interview, any chance he ever gets, he talks negatively about the WWE. So it's very clear that I don't think he's being a hater as much as I think he was very, very emotionally hurt by WWE. It's like the girl that he was dating or married to and ended up cheating on him or something, and he's so damaged by it that he just carries that with him. It's like Bret Hart did. He loved wrestling. He loved his career, and he carried that damage of the Montreal Screwjob around with him for years and years and years. Probably still does. I think CM Punk, he said in this interview here that he loves professional wrestling, and he had it taken away from him for 7 years. Now, granted, that was self-exiled, right? Like, he took it away from himself, you could argue. He's a quitter, like MJF said. But in his mind, like, obviously you can tell he felt like he had no other choice. He was pushed out of the business. He didn't love it there. He started to hate what he loved his whole life. He felt screwed. He felt betrayed. He felt unappreciated, unrespected. All of those things he has kept bottled up. And yeah, he lets them out. In every interview that he ever does, he's got something negative to say about WWE. It was just, even if it's just a little passing comment, you know. But it's hard to find him talking without mentioning WWE. But like I said, I don't think that's him being a hater or just taking shots. I really think, and it came out here. He's hurt. He's betrayed. He feels it in his bones. Like, that hurts his heart, what happened with him in WWE. It was a hard breakup. And for him, knowing now that his wrestling legacy that he leaves behind in his Ring of Honor career, which he's also on record of saying that he loved that time of his career, that he had a lot of fun back then, that he didn't want to leave Ring of Honor. He just knew it was time. And to know that that's not just going to end up over at the WWE, where he's not going to ever get any kind of real payout of them using that content. He'll probably end up getting buried because it'll never show up in any documentaries or anything. It'll just be lost to time under some shitty tab on a confusing app, as Punk would say. I immediately picture Punk trying to watch the WWE Network at that time. I wonder he goes on there to watch his Bret Hart matches, right? He loves him some Bret Hart. Do you think he pays for the WWE Network? No, he's probably got Xfinity, so he gets Peacock for free. Anyway. So Punk's happy that Ring of Honor has found a good, happy home with Tony Khan, and that not his entire legacy is lost to Vince McMahon and the WWE. His peak years are. No doubt the best years of his career were spent in the WWE system. The biggest achievements, the biggest moments, the biggest matches of his career were all there. But when you look at his overall body of work in the history of time, he's got his WWE work, which will stay in WWE. But he's got his Ring of Honor work, and now his body of work that he's building in AEW will forever stay with Tony Khan. And that's something that he's happy about, and that's something that made him break down into tears of joy, tears of happiness. So good for Punk, good for Tony Khan, good for Ring of Honor. Good for all around. It's a good shakeup in the business, and it's good that Vince doesn't have just the monopoly of everything. And like I talked about last week, if Tony Khan's able to, over the next few years, 5 years, 10 years, acquire an Impact Wrestling and an NWA, he's going to have a catalog that rivals Vince, and it's going to be more modern and updated than Vince has. So it'll be fun to see. This is why I love wrestling. Let me tell you something, brother. You can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on this channel, dude. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to take your vitamins and say your prayers, brother.